How can I prepare for my first 5K as a beginner runner? It's time to show you my first meal. 90% lean ground beef and an avocado.
Oh my goodness. It's literally like dessert.
Good morning and welcome back to week 5. I've kind of lost count, but whatever week it is in this marathon training, Juju's kind of pissed off at me. It's early in the morning. She knows I'm about to work out, so she just sits here in this little depressed position. Look, she won't even look at me. Isn't that right? But regardless of Juju, she'll get happier. Today's video, we're just gonna kind of go through a day in the life. I'm not gonna take you with me to my workout, but because you see that anyways on pretty much everything I do. I'll have a workout Wednesday next week for you, but yeah, today we're just gonna go through a day in the life, kind of like around the house when I go for my run, and then as I put out on Snapchat and Instagram, I told you to ask questions. So throughout this video, maybe it's just one big segment, we're gonna answer some questions. I don't know what they're gonna be. I haven't looked at any of them yet, but there's a lot, and I'm sure they will provide great entertainment. Maybe there's something informative, educational in there to help us on this marathon training if you're training for a marathon. If not, we'll just be here to entertain. But either way, I'm gonna try to provide some kind of informative, educational value. I'm actually trying kind of this new diet right now. It's probably not conducive to runners, but I feel really good on it. We'll kind of walk through that. But again, here I find myself talking way too long. So I'm gonna go to the gym, come back, inform you on what's going on. And I'm probably gonna stop using the word inform because I've said it like 700 times. Just to give you a quick update on what we're doing in the gym, we're going full body, especially this last month before leading up to the marathon. Today's Wednesday, today's day 3 of my plan. I'm training 5 days a week. Today's gonna be all upper body. My legs are kind of giving me a little soreness, so I'm gonna go hit some upper body. I'm pretty excited about that. Come home, actually I'm gonna go to the sauna. My sauna's still not working right now. And then I'm gonna go on a little run with a buddy, and then we'll carry on my wayward son. I don't remember who sings that. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Oh yeah. 1 hour and 19 minutes of straight vanity. All upper body. Didn't really do anything lower body besides my little high intensity warm up. I feel pretty crazy shredded with all this running. 9 miles yesterday. I've already been, I think, like 18 miles in this week, but 893 calories for that workout. This is exactly what I did. Might have to speed it up because I'm gonna talk a long time. High intensity warm up, row machine, renegade row, curl to press. That's 1 set. Next set, we go decline, alternating press, single arm, iso lat pull down. Next set, bench press and iso hammer curls. Boom. Next set, barbell curls, single arm extension, triceps, and then narrow easy bar cable curls. Arms back. Boom. Last one, overhead press, machine tricep dip, cable preacher curls. If you notice, which you might not because I'm the personal trainer, I hit every functional compound lift that I could for upper body, as well as some single arm stuff to get some core involved. No matter what you do, you can engage your core just by doing this little boop motion. So that's what I did today. Here's my weekly pose in front of the mirror because I'm feeling good. Let's do it because I'll let you in on a little secret. I may or may not compete in a bodybuilding competition after I'm done with this marathon training. There's actually a bodybuilder named Nick Walker. Great name. If I can get him to train me for a bodybuilding show, I think that would be sick. Gotta work the art of posing. There's so much into it that I don't really fully understand. It's a lot of the breath. I don't know. I always feel like a doofus, but I guess I just gotta get used to it. All right, let's go to sauna. Let's go get sweaty. As if I'm not already sweaty, 900 calories in. Oh my goodness. Sweaty McSweaterson, look at this. Incredibly just watered down, wet, as some people would say. Always get some kind of crazy clarity meditating in the sauna. Today's message to myself was, imagine how much energy we spend comparing ourselves to others, and if we would direct that energy into working on ourselves and loving ourselves. I don't know, something super powerful in that, because the amount of energy that we all spend, myself included, on the things that really don't matter. I don't know, just a little deep thought for you as we go throughout this day. I'm gonna head home, get ready for a run, run you through kind of what the training has been running wise, and then it's about time to get into the crazy questions. I just took a brief look, but stay tuned. Hi, buddy. Hi. 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 Oh my goodness. 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 Oh, it never gets old. It never gets old. Your excitement. Your excitement. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, we're back at the house. It's time to go on a run. Got my little running shorts on. Gosh, I can tell that I'm getting smaller too, because I'm not really filling out my shorts, but hey, I guess it's the price you pay when you're running and burning like 8 million calories a day. But anyways, it's time to pick out some shoes. Today's just a 5-mile easy paced run. So kind of a recovery run, kind of a flush run. Gonna aim for like a 8 to 9 minute pace yesterday, and the day before I was working at a 7-minute pace to 8-minute pace for like 4 to 5 miles. So today will be just like a shakeout. Tomorrow's off, and then a long test day on Saturday. I'll tell you more about that here in a short little splitty second. Watch the last video, you know that I got into my shoe collection and my obsession on the colors and the different technologies. So today it's about what do I want to run for today's specific purpose. I break down all the purposes for each one, but I also got a new addition here in the Nike Alpha Fly 2. These are what I'm going to run my race in. They are incredible. I did a little test run in them yesterday. I was supposed to do a 9-minute pace for my warm-up and cool-down, and I literally couldn't slow down. They're like a cheat code. So if you're looking to get into running, they're really expensive, like $300. So watch your pennies, but they're so worth it. So today for the 5-mile run, a little flush out, I think I'm going to go just a little bit more cushion without the carbon plate. We'll go with the New Balance Fresh Foam Exmore V4 Cat in the Hat Dr. Seuss. All right, I'm just gonna put my shoes on. All right, I got my little shoes on, ready to go. I'm gonna kind of run you through what I've been doing since I injured my hamstring. I guess last week was week 4. I don't really freaking know. I guess this is week 6 according to my running log, but didn't have any miles that one week. Last week's video, I was telling you I was gearing up for that 10-mile run. And then, so last week I actually only did 28 miles technically. The first 3 weeks I went 26, 41, 44, 0 because the hamstring, 28. This week I'm already above 20, going for 5 today. But just to recap what I've kind of been doing ever since the hamstring is trying to make sure that my cardio is in check. And I tell you all this because, oh wow, this is cute. Come on, this is freaking cute. She knows I'm going somewhere, so she puts her hand on me. Anyways, trying to keep my heart in balance. So I keep track of my heart rate per each run. And then on different runs, I'm trying to target different heart rate zones / different paces. Now, it's kind of getting serious this week. The guy that I've been working with, who you'll probably see at the end of this, don't tell him that because I'm going to fly him out from Orlando. But basically we've been starting to pick up the pace a little, and probably not the best advice if you have a hamstring issue, but for example, this week I went at 7 miles at an 8:45 pace, just kind of cruising along, feeling the mileage. The next day I went 4.12 miles at a 7:11 pace, my fastest 4 miles ever. Then yesterday I did a 2-mile warm-up at a 9.5 minute pace, but I actually did that at 8:37. A 5-mile run at 7:36 pace, and a cool down at an 8:49 pace. Now my heart rate there was 138, 171, and 149 for those across the 9 miles, right? So we're targeting the different heart rate zones, and then today is gonna be another one of those kind of Monday days. Just feel the mileage, go super slow, let the heart recover, and just keep the cardio up. Now, with that said, Saturday is the test, and he's texting me right now about what I'm gonna be doing. And the psychopath in me is kind of fired up, but I'm kind of scared. So tomorrow I'm going to take off. Then my first big test, which is I guess a month out from the marathon, I'm doing a half marathon on Saturday at a faster pace. My previous long runs were not that long, were not that high in intensity. So I'm going to have a 1-mile warm up, take about 5 to 10 minutes to stretch through some other things. Then I'm going at a cadence of 2 on, 2 on, 2 on, 2 on. So what that means is mile 1 and 2, 8:30 pace, pretty fast. 3 and 4, 7:30 pace. And then I'm alternating all the way down to mile 11, and those last 3 miles will be at 7:30 pace. And then I'll go for a 1-mile cool down just to flush any lactic acid out. So that's my test, and I just wanted to fill you in on that because if you are watching this, kind of the goal is not only just to keep up with the daily vlogs, right, weekly vlogs, but if you are potentially going to train for a marathon, I want you to have some of this knowledge and understand what you might be getting into and what might be helpful. So now that Juju's done being a clown over here and I'm done talking your ear off, I'm going to go get 5 miles in, come back, eat for the first time. It's currently 11:30 in the morning, and I can't wait to enlighten you on the meat-only diet. Shut up, Siri. 5 miles exactly. I'm back from my run. If you don't believe me, here I am with my space shoes on. Just finished up. I actually got caught up talking to somebody, so not that you care, but that's why I'm not sweaty. I don't have to justify myself. But anyways, today was a nice, cool, easy 8:38 pace. Burned 837 calories, average heart rate of 147 beats per minute. It's now 1:15 and it's time to show you my first meal. Simple and easy. 90% lean ground beef and an avocado. Salt, pepper, lemon juice. Salt, pepper, turmeric, and a little bit of rosemary. So go ahead and ask your question. Why in the heck in this lovely world of everything you could possibly eat would you do that to yourself? The truth is this. I told you in the first episode that I was going to be intaking more carbs, more calories. Well, I did feel good doing that. I started to feel a little weighed down, and I didn't like how I felt. So I got back from Vegas this past weekend, which also that was great. I should have made a whole YouTube video, but it was my birthday, and I didn't really want to quote unquote keep up, quote unquote work, but just like keep up with my camera the whole time. So anyways, I came back and I was like, gosh, I don't want to feel bloated. I want to feel good. And I've always heard things about the carnivore diet. So I'm just going to try as much protein as possible. Not strictly the carnivore diet, but this is a pound of ground beef. Everything's grass-fed. Tonight I'll have, I think I'm actually going to go chicken and 4 eggs. I've been going a lot of eggs. Avocados, and then a smoothie at night, which is the only carbs I'll have, which is 2/3 cup of oats, which is like 23 grams of carbs, and that's just enough to kind of keep my glucose going. But you might be like, oh, you're not having any calories. Well, a pound of ground beef is like 800 calories in itself and 92 grams of protein. So yes, my body might not be able to really take it all in, if you know what I mean. But needless to say, I'm feeling good. I feel clean. I feel no crash right now. And it's literally like it fills me up, it satiates me, which means I don't get hungry or have cravings. And Honestly, I wouldn't recommend this if you are a runner because you need the carbs, you really, really do. But again, I've been super light and felt really fast on my runs the past 3 days. And I'm only on day 4 of doing it. So take it with what you will. I'm gonna eat this and then it'll be time for questions. I'm a little nervous. It is that time. Time to answer questions on my Instagram that you all have asked me. I'm gonna pick a bunch of random ones. I'm gonna go on my Snapchat, go answer questions there. But first, I wanna let you in on a little secret. Keep this in mind, but this just arrived at my door today from Life Labs. Maybe they just spelled. Anyways, take a peek inside. And if you've been following me on Snapchat, you know that there's a very high possibility that I'm coming out with my own green supplement. So I'm gonna do my very first taste right now before I taste these, but we've got some greens with a mixed berry and a peach mango. I've got a bunch here just to try. So exciting stuff happening. Let's try it. So I'm gonna try the peach mango today. Get my greens in me. There's literally no formula, just product tasting right now. I'm really excited. I'm not gonna let you in on all the crazy details, but here we are. First ever tasting of my green supplement. All right, give it a little mixeroonie. I kind of have like butterflies in my stomach. I'm really excited about this. Literally the first taste I've ever had. This is exciting. It smells greeny. There's not much taste to it right now. That's why it's a tester. It's got a little bit of hint of the peach. We've got some work to do, but this is exciting. This is part of the process. I should probably film a whole video on this, but until then, let's get to the questions. All right, I always get really nervous when I scroll through these questions, but just to show you, I am on Instagram. If you guys remember this story, this is the one I'm going on. Yeah, a little nervous, but just to give you there was over 20,000 people that were on this. So we're gonna pick and choose for a few minutes and then go to Snapchat and pick and choose. You know these fools be trifling. Absolutely. What does discipline/routine mean to you? What change did these things incur? Discipline and routine to me means having structure. It means following something so that you can organize your own chaos and ultimately create momentum in your life. I'm answering a second question from the same person, but it's one of the most common questions I get. Why do you wear 2 watches? One is a Whoop. It tracks all my activity. One is an Apple Watch. So this one doesn't tell time. There's your final answer. Also, I was really hoping that there would be some running questions in here. That's why I put the emoji on the initial story with the laughing face. But I guess we'll find out. Do you fart a lot? I fart as much as the normal human being that eats 4,000 calories a day. Good. Okay, here's a running question. Good technique to keep breathing properly while running. It's my struggle. So there's actually some research. If you ever get that pain in the bottom, like right of your abdomen, there's some research that shows, and I've tried this, that a triple inhale through the nose and then a hard out exhale through the mouth really helps. So it's, now it's a little extreme, but for me, the most simple, basic way that I try to think about running and breathing at the same time, hopefully you're breathing, that it's just a slow inhale and kind of count your steps while you're running, slow exhale. That's the easiest, simplest response. How can I prepare for my first 5K as a beginner runner? Number one, it's awesome that you're eyeballing your first 5K, but you have to build up your cardio. Well, like anything, you have to build a base and get to a point where you know you can run a 5K. For example, my best friend had never run a 5K before, and I told him, hey, let's go out and run at the most conversational, easiest, slowest pace and just get you through it. Not running fast, but there's a mentality aspect to it, to understanding that, hey, you can run the 5K, right? And a lot of times when we approach running, and I had this myself for the first 10 miler, was, oh my gosh, it sounds like so much. How am I ever going to make it through? I can't really catch my breath, but there's an art to changing your mindset, to going into it, to saying, hey, I'm going to enjoy this really slow run and just prove to myself that I can run the distance. So I hope that helps a little bit, but probably follow, there's all kinds of plans you can look up on Google as well. So I know I'm not that well-versed there, but hopefully that helps. Okay, so it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is a good one. This isn't talked about a lot, and it's not a question, but mental fitness should be discussed more. Too many people worry what others think about them, and it's destroying society. And I absolutely 1,000,000, bajillion % agree with this, because it doesn't get talked about. And honestly, it'd be really easy to ridicule me in the spotlight with my platform, and it's easy for me to say, quote unquote, but I deal with this stuff too. I compare myself to others. It's within all of us. And I actually just put a post out today that talked about, and it was part of my meditation, my guided meditation. It was like, what if instead of the energy that we spend on comparing ourselves to others, if we put that work into working on ourselves? And that was super powerful for me. Like the positive affirmations, the self-talk, the giving yourself a high five in the mirror, just little things, and learning how to love yourself is super important. And at the end of the day, the world only gets one of you, and the world needs more of that one of you. So accept that, be happy with that every day that you wake up, and if anything, just tell yourself you're beautiful and believe it. How young are you? 26. Still on target to train for a marathon this month? Yes. Even if I was on crutches, I would run this marathon. Just kidding. I just turned 27 literally 4 days ago. How many hours do you work out, and how many days a week? I work out every day, even if I don't have a workout planned. I'm going to do something. I don't believe in days off. If I'm off from working out, I'm on with a walk, if that makes any sense. How many hours? Right now it's kind of amplified because I'm running at least an hour a day plus my strength workout. So I'm anywhere from an hour to 4 hours a day right now. Yes, running shoe. I literally just showed you them, the Nike Vapor or Alpha Fly Next Percent 2. They're incredible. Just put a podcast out on this a while ago. Well, just a while ago. Literally like 2 weeks ago. How long did it take for your body to get comfortable with running? Honestly, it's like anything. If you find a program and start to follow it, you will start to see results within 10 to 14 days. It was probably about that 10-day mark that I realized, like, whoa, my body is really adapting. Devil's advocate. This is a good question. Do you ever struggle balancing sex appeal algorithm versus informational content as an influencer? Now, honestly, the quote-unquote sex appeal content, I enjoy making because it's legitimately part of my day. It's how I live my life. It's me dancing in front of the mirror when I get out of the shower. Like, that is me. And going back to the question of how we don't address mental health enough, like, that's my goal on my platforms, is to show that it's normal to be yourself, I guess, right? And just not try to be just only flexing. I don't know. But to answer this question, I think if you look at my posts, if there's no real, I guess, information within the video itself, like an ab workout or a workout itself, if you read the captions, there will always be something in there to provide some kind of value, whether it's humor, whether it's something motivational, or some kind of tip. I don't know. That's just me, but it is a constant, I guess, which one am I going to create today? What am I kind of feeling on my creative side, right? So that was a good question. What is your current height and weight? I am 6'4". I am down to 232 pounds. And the next question is, what is your best recommendation for shin splints? My best recommendation is to strengthen this muscle right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's this little boom muscle, your tibialis. And basically you're going to go against a wall and you're going to get a band and you're going to pull back to you. That is my best advice. Or grab a lacrosse ball frozen and rub it against your shin. Top 3 to 4 running shoes you'd recommend: Saucony Endorphin Pro or Endorphin Speed 2 and Endorphin Speed 3. I like the Nike ones I just said, the Alpha Fly Next Percent 2s, and then I like the New Balance Fresh Foam Xmore V4. I love you. I love you too. So I'm scrolling through some of these because we're getting a little crazy. Lots of hearts, lots of OnlyFans questions. Do you have any videos of anyone that wants to start going to the gym but they are scared? Honestly, this is another one of my missions in my platforms. It's because the gym should be a safe place. It should be somewhere that you are comfortable and you don't have to worry about what other people are thinking of you, because chances are if they're looking at you, they're probably thinking the same thing. What are they thinking of me? And, I don't have any videos specifically, but if you feel uncomfortable going to the gym, just go hop on the treadmill, put your hood on, do something to where you get a sweat on, and you start to acclimate yourself to that environment and see how things kind of work. And just ease into it. And if you don't want to go to the gym, there's endless options to work out at home, dumbbells only. I've got all of those kinds of workouts on my YouTube. So hope that helps with some kind of something for you. How do you look after your mental health, big guy? Well, honestly, that's priority number one, and it starts with a morning routine. It starts with exercising. It starts with putting myself first every single day, because in a world filled with people, you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. Best inseam for men's shorts. I'm a big 5-inch guy. Bro, I saw that your watch glass is broken. Another common question. I'm going to do a whole video, all 10 seconds of it, of just peeling this screen protector. You know what? Here it is, right now. Look at this. You see how broken it is? It's broken. But guess what? Now it's not. It was a screen protector. I feel so relieved. I'm never going to get that question again. Freaking screen protector. All right, let's go over to Snapchat. If you don't have me on Snapchat yet, it's in the description, I think. It's at Nikki_Waka, like Nikki Waka Flocka Flame. Add me. Oh, this is going to be fun. Do you sell your shorts? No, unless you want to pay me like 10 grand. Fire emoji. Looking good. Thank you. Are you a Bianca Belair stan? I'm not going to lie. I don't know what that is. I hope that's not something like sexual that I'm completely naive about, but no. Eric replied on here as well about mental health and fitness. I'm glad that he's making his point. It's good. I love that. What's your playlist when training? If you want my playlist, I post them frequently on my Snapchat. I'll just screenshot and throw it on the story. I love Snapchat because it's so unedited. Just like I can be so just throw something on there. So lots of SoundCloud mixes. I love SoundCloud. You retain so much muscle mass while running so much. What's your protein intake? Protein intake, I always try to get at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. So right now that's 235 grams of protein. So it's a lot of protein, but really maintaining the muscle mass comes with increasing the calories. And we talked a little bit about that here on this video, but I'm going to show you my dinner here in a second, but that's really the short answer. Try not to get the crap calories in, but if you're going to go carbs, let's amp up the sweet potatoes, amp up the oats, especially when you're running, because you need the carbs. Well, except for the fact that I'm going a very low carb diet right now, because that makes a lot of sense. You are very big. Wow. How tall are you? 6'4". What's in your green juice? I always have apple cider vinegar in my green juice, which I might get implemented into my own green powder, but in a powder form. And then I will sometimes do lemon because it enhances the effects of the apple cider vinegar. And I've talked about that in my Snapchat stories and on here before. Austin, one of my good friends here on every social media platform, because he is very supportive. He asks, will you test out any more running shoes before the marathon to get the best pair/performance? Absolutely, yes. That's what I've kind of been doing with my whole crazy collection, and I found the shoe. That orange Nike Alpha Fly, they're literally like cheating, and I freaking love them. Here is a very, very good question to wrap these questions up for the time being. Maybe I'll do some more later. I don't know. This video is going to be 57 minutes long. They ask, so what do you expect doing this running marathon. Do you think it will be very different? Do you think it will be different from previous ones you have done before? What are your goals after running this marathon? So I think what he's asking, well, number one, I have not run a marathon before. That's why I'm doing this series. It's my first one. I wanted to learn a lot about myself in the process. But what do I expect from running this marathon? I expect not only to have learned something, but I expect to accomplish a goal that I set out for and to see what I'm capable of, because the goal that I've set for myself time-wise is very lofty for a big person like me that generally wouldn't be running a marathon. So I think that's going to be fun just to see mentally as well throughout the marathon. And then what are my goals after running this marathon? I think I just let you in on a little secret earlier in the gym, but I might be doing that's a strong might, because I have to get some things to line up for this to happen, but I might potentially be doing a bodybuilding show. I want to kind of check off every box in the fitness aspect so that if people ask me how to do something or what my experience is, I can talk on it. I don't ever want to tell somebody something that I've never had experience on, right? Like, I have experience in bodybuilding, but not for a show. Like, I know the tactics and the techniques and blah, 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 but I don't have the full experience, right? So just to answer that, I think that's a good one to wrap it up on, and I'm kind of hungry from talking so much, so let's get some food. I probably look a little different now with the spectacles on, but I'm going to show you what I'm eating for dinner. It's just 4 eggs and chicken, but admittedly, it's pretty disgusting looking, and I like to make my meals nice and aesthetic and artistic and take pictures of them and show you guys on Instagram and stuff, but I guess I'd be lying to you if I didn't show it to you. So embarrassingly, I'm going to show you really quick what I'm eating. It really looks like everything is the same thing. It's just a whole bunch of chicken. It's like a chicken breast and a half and 4 eggs, and admittedly I burnt the butter before. It's grass-fed butter, and they just look like absolute, it looks like dog food. So here's my dinner. Sure, eat my smoothie to wrap up the day after this. Can you tell I'm depressed? You heard it here first. Never judge a book by its cover. I could literally eat fried eggs with anything. You put it on ice cream, I'll eat it. That chicken was good. It had some little turmeric for anti-inflammatory properties, but yummy for my tummy. This is something funny. Oh my goodness, honey. So, the last menu item for the day. We have 12 fluid ounces. This is more like 16 fluid ounces, it looks like, because I've got a scoop of ice in there, of unsweetened almond milk, 3 tablespoons of flax seeds, so a little extra protein, a little extra fats, some collagen, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and the new and improved Performix whey protein. I'm going to show you just because these are so cool, but look at these, how cool that packaging is compared to the old packaging in the bags. This was what, 18 servings? These are now 30, and they just look really cool. They're also like 27 bucks. If you use my code NICK30, it gives you 30% off. So I think it makes one of these tubs like 19 bucks. Anyways, I'm not here to sell you on it, but it's definitely the best tasting protein I've had. It's got BCAAs. It's really a complete protein formula, and not to mention it literally tastes incredible. I'm gonna put a little chocolate in here, and like I told you guys, this is literally basically all I'm eating throughout the day. As everything you've seen, I'm gonna go 1 heaping scoop because I'm feeling my sweet tooth tonight, but this is it. It's literally chicken, eggs, pound of ground beef, and what else did I have? An avocado. So lots of protein, lots of fats. A little protein here. If I need a little extra pick-me-up, maybe I'll go some cottage cheese, but I'm kind of doing the carnivore thing, and this just kind of made me sick. I hate cottage cheese, but I'll do it anyways just to feel good throughout the day. But I'm gonna mix this thing up and wrap this thing up.
Oh my goodness. It's literally like dessert. Holy cannoli. All right, it's time for me to wrap this thing up. I'm gonna enjoy my dessert. I appreciate you tuning into episode, I can't even remember, I think it's 4, whatever episode this is of the marathon training. Didn't really have much for you today, so we went with the Q&A. Gosh, sometimes I just rhyme and don't even mean to. It's not even funny, it's just funny in my brain. So anyways, I'll see you next time. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have an awesome freaking day, and don't forget to smile.